You silly thing. Don't knock it down. He's trying to knock my camera down already, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. It's Peppo, Jason, and Paul with Life with Paul. Paul's got slobber all over me already. You know, I was kind of having a thought today, and Paul just reminded me of it. Because one of our biggest things in life is family. And the reason it reminds me of it is because my daughter, my youngest daughter, jokingly all the time always is asking, well, who's your favorite? I'm your favorite. Am I your favorite? Well, I've got 3 kids. They're all adults now. And today I'm going to unveil my favorite. My favorite is Paul. Paul is my favorite. Come here. He's my favorite because he always does what I ask him. He's such a good boy. You're such a good boy. You know, I'm joking saying that, of course. I love my kids. But you know, we all have this vision of this perfect family. And I would say the majority of us, if we look at our family in actuality, it doesn't match up with what that dream thing is. And the reason I say that and I bring that and mention that is what we dream of and what we imagine is like an expectation. But what our family really is reality. Reality does not always match up with what we've expected. If it has for you, man, you are so blessed. My family at times, you know, I probably had a lot to do with it, but my family at times was like a train wreck, man. It was. But when the chips were down and when family members were needed the most, we could always manage to pull it together and become a family. We always had this viewpoint that kind of like Hank Williams Jr. said, you know, we may, or maybe it was Charlie Daniels, I don't remember who said it. It was in one of their songs. You know, we may do some fighting amongst ourselves, but you outside people, y'all best leave us alone. That's the reality of how my family is. But the reason the reason I wanted to touch on it today is some people don't have that. Some people don't have that at all. The family that's their bloodline, they don't know any of them. They don't know from where they come from. Well, I can't relate to that at all. I can't even imagine what that's like. I know where my bloodlines come from. I know who I'm related to. And there's been times in my life I wish I could change that. But I'm sure that person that doesn't know any of their family and don't know from where they would come from would trade for that in a heartbeat. He's throwing rocks at the camera now. What it brings to mind to me is, and the point I'm trying to get across is, no matter how dysfunctional our family is, no matter how we get along at times and we don't at other times, it's still your family. At least you can say, that's my blank. Brother, sister, uncle, aunt, grandma, mom, dad, whatever it may be. Some people don't have that luxury. Some people don't have that in their life. I'm not sure what to say to those people, because naturally I want to say something that'll make it better, but what do you say what words could you say that's actually going to make that better? I don't know. But I know this much. I have family. I know who I am. I know what my role is within that family. I know what's expected of me within that family unit, and I know what I expect of others within that family unit, including you, Paul. Paul expects me to throw the ball and never stop, ever, till my arm falls off. But all kidding aside, this could be a real heavy, deep, and sometimes painful subject. Or it could be a glorious, delightful one that is sometimes hilarious. If you know my family, there's a lot of hilarious in that. We're full of a bunch of, we have addiction that runs in our bloodline. I pass that along. We have temper issues. We have, pride issues. But on the other hand, we're completely all hysterically hilarious. It makes it at times dysfunctional. But at other times, when you need a laugh the most, call up one of us. I'm the kind of guy that I sit in my chair at home on usually YouTube or podcasts, and these videos play, and they're bad dad jokes. So what do? I listen to one of the jokes, pause it, and then I tell that joke to my wife, who thinks I'm a lunatic. But that's kind of how I've approached life. From an early age, I've been like that. And part of it is a defense mechanism. Part of it is to deflect pain. I've been through painful things in my life. I've been through some stuff that, I'm not going to repeat on here. This ain't the place for that. But my way of dealing with that and deflecting away from that was humor. So for me, it was like a built-in defense mechanism. For some people, it's just part of who they are. For some people, that's their role within the family because nobody else is funny or has a sense of humor, and they have to fill that void. Sometimes I kind of feel like that because I'm the goofiest guy in my family. I am. If you ever meet one of my kids, just ask them. But it's all fun, but it actually has a serious side to it as well. But I know this much. If the chips are down, no matter how mad I am at a member of my family, no matter how disgusted I may be by something they've done, when they need somebody to come running and to come through in a pinch when they need it, I'm the guy. I'm always sitting right on deck. That's a role I feel. That's kind of my role within a family. In my younger years is whenever you needed the dirtiest job or sometimes the most illegal job done, I was the one that got called. Not always proud of those times, but that was my role, or at least I saw it that way. I don't advise trying to fill that role. I don't condone it. I don't condone anything I've done. I'm not going to glorify anything I've done. But I do know this much. Families feed off of each other. Because when I got sent to prison, I did 18 months. Well, when I was in that prison, that's when I got saved. that's when Jesus showed up and found me, because I was the one lost. He wasn't. But I started seeking a relationship with Jesus and writing letters home. Well, through those letters I wrote home, you know, I wrote to my 3 kids, I wrote to them. I wrote to my mom, my brother, my dad, everybody. And by the time I got out of prison, everybody in my family was saved and everybody was getting baptized. That don't happen by accident. But that's how a family influences and has an effect on each other's life. So with that in mind, as you go through your daily routine, as you go through your daily stuff, as you interact with your family and all that, have a thought in the back of your mind and ask yourself, what is my role? What can I do to better my family? How will this action affect it? How will this be taken by my family? Will it hurt them? Will it lift them up? Will it help save them? Will it benefit them? Those are questions to ask, and they're serious. It may not be a life or death situation right now, you know, but hey, you never know. It could have an everlasting, eternal effect just by on what you represent, or just by what you represent. So with that, if you've had enough of listening to Paul pant and chase a ball, YouTube says you're a brat. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Put in the comments. Let us share life together. Tell us about your family. Tell us about your role in the family. Whether you have family, whether you don't, you know, let us know. Let's start a dialogue, start a conversation. Share this video with somebody who needs it, and subscribe to the channel. I've noticed through the analytics that probably almost 70% of the people watch the videos are not subscribers. Shame on you. Just kidding. But subscribe to the channel if you get benefit out of them. You want to say bye? Come here, over here. Say bye to YouTube. I know all you're worried about is your ball. I know. All you're worried about is your ball. So, once again, Paul is my favorite. So with that, watch for the life lessons, learn from the lessons, and be the best version of you the world has ever seen. You're a brat, Paul. You're a brat.